This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the Premier Trade Market Wrap with Ivan Caesar.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Premier Trade Market Wrap. Stock markets closed lower as worries regarding the consumer credit markets continued to push Wall Street buttons. The Dow Jones Industrial Average declined by more than 200 points to close at 13,028. The S&P 500, with a greater proportion of financial stocks, took the strongest hit as it declined by 26 points, closing at 1424. The Nasdaq also suffered a blow, down by 43 points at 2499. Walmart cut its profit outlook for the year, saying Tuesday during second quarter earnings announcements that consumer spending has lulled in the U.S. and abroad. Analysts said Walmart still has not overcome merchandising difficulties and thus is less poised than its discount competitors such as Target to build sales among penny-pinching consumers. The company said that for the full year, earnings per share from continuing operations now estimated to be between $3.05 to $3.13 per share. Previous estimates was for $3.15 to $3.23. A big jump in energy costs pushed inflation at the wholesale level up sharply in July. However, outside of energy, price pressures were moderate. The Labor Department reported that wholesale prices rose by 0.6% in July. That was far above the 0.1% that analysts had expected and reflected a big jump in energy costs. But core consumer inflation, which excludes volatile food and energy costs, rose by as much as 0.1%, which is even better than the 0.2% analysts had expected. Mattel recalled 9 million Chinese-made toys Tuesday, including Polly Pocket playsets and Batman action figures, because of the dangers to children from lead paint or tiny magnets that could be swallowed. Even as the massive recall was announced, the company officials warned that it could grow as Mattel implemented more rigorous testing measures to ensure toy safety as the industry gears up for the holiday buying season. The U.S. trade deficit dropped to a 4-month low in June as record exports of farm goods and autos offset a jump in crude oil prices. The Commerce Department reported Tuesday imports from China hit an all-time high despite a string of recalls of tainted Chinese products. The trade deficit dropped to $58.1 billion in June, a 1.7% decrease from May, and the lowest imbalance since February. Home Depot reported Tuesday a 14.8% drop in second quarter profit. The results beat Wall Street expectations, but its shares fell after executives made comments that suggested to investors that the sale of the company's wholesale distribution business may not be a lock. Chief Financial Officer Carol Tome said during an investor conference call that the world's largest home improvement store chain would have to cut by nearly half the size of its plan to repurchase up to $22.5 billion in company stock if the sale of HD Supply unit falls through. This has been the Premier Trade Market Wrap.